Welcome to the Course Podcast. My name is Milan Pedrome, and I'm your host. Today, I'm here with Jalea Williams from the Miami Women's Basketball team. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What you been up to?
Nothing, chilling, relaxing, catching up on work, working out.
Cool, cool. All right. Well, I started this podcast called The Course where I just sit down with athletes and hear about their journey. And this first volume is called The Florida Water, where we have athletes coming out of Florida. And, I'm from Florida, you're from Florida, and just a lot of athletes putting our state on the map. And I just wanted to sit down with you and just hear about your journey and what got you to where you are today. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Leah, obviously. I'm from Florida. I go to the University of Miami. I live like 40 minutes away from school, so close to home. Um, I love basketball. If it wasn't basketball, I probably would run track. That was my first sport I fell in love with. Um, Favorite candy, Jolly Ranchers, and I'm all about family and friends.
That's cool. So you said track. Track was your first sport.
Yeah, it was.
What'd you run?
I ran like at first I ran like the 800, but then like I started getting into like the 400 and the 200.
Okay.
Like use my legs.
So you like the distance, like low key.
Yeah. Yeah, low key. I like the distance.
So where'd you go to middle school?
I went to middle school at Pompano Beach Middle.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then you ran track there?
Yeah, I ran track there.
And did you run track in high school too, or no? Just middle school?
Yeah, I ran track in high school. Like that was the last time I ran track. It was my senior year. Like I went to states. I got fourth place, but I didn't really take it serious, like because basketball. I had to choose one, so I had to focus on getting prepared for the college level. But it ended up good, even though if I would have trained, I probably would have got first.
For sure, for sure. So when did you start basketball?
I started basketball, I want to say the age 12, because I was into track more. But I started when I was at the Boys and Girls Club, Stephanie's Boys and Girls Club. Like I was playing against the boys, and I saw like, okay, I'm probably really good at this. So I started getting more into AAU travel. Like I didn't know a lot of stuff about that. Like people already was ahead of the game. Like I started late, so but ended up turning good.
Yeah, obviously real good. But okay, so I know you went to Blanche Ely and you won your classes Broward County Player of the Year and you won a state title. So how was high school? How was that?
High school was fun. I want to go back. I wish I could go back and play one more game with gang and my friend. All of us separated, but it was fun. Outside of basketball, I have some close friends that I'm real close with today. It's called a group called TS7. But it was fun, like just being there and then like just leaving a mark on there, knowing that you left a legacy and like kids go one day back, look at it and look up to it.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking. When I went to St. Thomas, so every time y'all played St. Thomas, I was there. I was there.
Yeah, you had to be there that game that we played and we came back like you had some on our chest.
Yeah, y'all had a chip on your shoulder. I remember that every game.
Yeah, it became like a rival. Like usually different was our rival, but like St. Thomas has like became one of those rivals for us now. So it's always tough competition, but it was all love. But yeah, I had to come back. Like I had a chip on my shoulder. I was going out like that.
No, that was a battle every year. But okay, so high school going to college. I know you had a lot of schools after you. So what made you choose Miami? How was that process?
The process, what made me choose Miami was because they stayed down with me, with family. They became family to me. Like they already had treated me like if I was one of their own. I had a real hard surgery. So like, you know, a lot of schools backed off, but you know, Miami stayed, and they actually believed that I could come back from it and, you know, make it do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what really made me choose them. You know, they've been like recruiting me since like the 8th grade. You know, Fitzroy was my recruiting coach. So, and I really grew close with him. So that would kind of seal the deal.
All right. So, you were talking about your injury. So that was a setback. So what was that like?
I mean, I hear it all the time, but a lot of people are saying like it was like a heart surgery. Like a lot of people was like they couldn't believe I would come back from it. Like I hear it a lot, but I was like, to me, I don't know. It kind of felt like now when I look back at it, kind of felt like it wasn't hard. Like it was kind of easy. Like it was a process. Like I just needed supporters and family, and my family was there, especially my mom. You know, times where I didn't want to get up and walk.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Yo, you gotta get up and walk." So I'm pretty sure that would push her too, because people was in her ear telling her, "Oh, I don't think she was gonna make it. Like, why you did the surgery? You should have waited and stuff." But it all happened out positive. Like it was a good surgery. I got through it. Everything happened for a reason. So, and I just made it.
So what was the surgery? What happened?
It was a I want to say 45. I don't know what degree, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously I just want to get surgery done to get to it. I didn't
Yeah.
really want the details, but it was a S, and like my back was a S, and basically it was like it would make my shoulder, like it would have my posture leaning like this, and
Mm-hmm.
like this side of my bone, like with my rib cage, it will pop up, but nobody really could tell because I always was covered up. But I guess my mom saw it. Well, we already knew about it, but she got more into it. Like I guess wanted to get surgery on it, and that's what we decided to do. So we went to doctors, and it was like there's no other. They just gave us one option with surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically we was just ripping and running trying to find the best person for it. And I want to say my doctor was Stephen George. I want to say he has an Instagram. They posted me so let people know, like, you know, just a motivation or inspiration. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like he did a good job, you know, even with like coming back and checking up. It was like he was like, I'm doing better than like anybody else. Like you would never, like basically you would think that it's a miracle. But me with the whole process, I didn't take it as a miracle. I just knew that if you want to play ball again, you gotta make it do what it do.
Yeah,
And that's how me and my mama took it.
that's real. So that happened your senior year of high school.
I wanna say before senior year. May 17th. May
Okay.
17th,
So you
about
were
2 3
okay, so junior.
yeah, before junior year. But I didn't sit out junior year. I just sat
Okay.
out like AAU travel season.
And then when did you commit to Miami?
Hmm, good question. Um, I committed. I don't remember, but I remember I committed like
Senior
um.
year?
It was it wasn't
Okay.
before senior year. Like I was already committed. It was before senior year. It was like after the surgery. Like
Yeah.
I went after the surgery, and then like I'm working out and stuff. So I want to say before senior year, like when the preseason games was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because
Okay.
I remember being in the newspaper, they were saying Miami commit. So yeah,
So somewhere in there.
yeah, somewhere in there.
All right, so you're talking about family and you're talking about your mom. So what does that mean for you?
I mean, it means a lot. I think that's another reason why, like, as I continue to be here at Miami, that's another reason why I like it, because I get to see my family members in the stands, like if it was a high school game cheering me on. I mean, you know, it's a privilege to have, like, just look up and see your mom them cheering for you or smiling back at you, or your sister, and my sister, my brother, my dad, my grandma, my auntie, cousins, like friends, family. Like it's just a privilege, and I don't take it for granted, because you know it's my other teammates, they don't get that. So it's like it's it's a grateful thing for me, and it's like I mean, as for my teammates, like they become family too. So it's like my family support them too. So it's really good for me and my friends that's on the team.
That's cool. So you're close with your teammates because you're a sophomore, so you've been there for like a year and some change. So how
Yeah.
has that transition?
Yeah, I'm close to my teammates, especially the ones I live with. Majority of the time you'll probably see me with Jazz or Shay.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all really close. Like, or I'll be with Chiso, Z, Tasha. You know, all of us really close. I mean, you know, they always say it's not just on the court, it's off the court too. So like off the court, we all have that bond. And it's like it's always a good vibe too if we decide to do something fun or go out, just hang with each other as a team. So yeah, it became to the point like with me, I'm just a person where like you could become a like with my friends, like they become family to me. Like where I bring you to my house or like I won't even call you my friend, I'll call you my sister.
Right. Yeah, that's
So
real.
it's deep, it get deep.
Real deep. And it's good
Yeah.
because y'all win together, so it's family winning together.
Yeah.
All right. So going to college from high school, how was that transition?
I ain't even gonna lie, it was tough. It
Mm.
was tough. Like just being on your own, like you just here by yourself, just looking up, just thinking like what are you gonna do? Like what's the next step? You know, in high school you always had like your coaches, they probably was a security guard or something. They was telling you, okay, like get to class or do this or do that. I mean, I never had that problem because I always went to class, but it's like they was there physically. Like now they're just here in distance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the biggest transition was me having to prepare for like knowing what to do and when to do it. Like time, managing my time, knowing what work to turn in. And it's like with me, some people know off the head when somebody's telling what to do. See me, I have to write it down because like I have to look back at it and say, okay, you gotta do this, like I gotta remember. Then I gotta wash my clothes by myself, then fold them, change the sheets, all that. So it's like it was a lot. But it also prepared you for the afterlife, like being an adult. So it all worked out for the best.
Did you like go back home a lot or no? Because you're right there. So
I mean, and now that you touch on that, I mean, I did go home a lot, but this year I told myself I wasn't like I don't go home as much as I did my freshman year. Freshman year, like I tell you, like they'll be like, "Where live home?" Every off day, every weekend. Yeah, you go home? Yeah, I'll be home. I wasn't playing no games freshman year. I'll be home. But it's like when I went home. Now, if I go home now, it'll be a reason because like when I go home, it reminds me of why I'm still playing, why I'm still doing this.
right. Yeah, I felt that. So going from high school, I feel like for both of us, like this is how I felt. Like going from being like a top player and then going to college and it's like everyone's good. Like it's not like
Yeah,
it's tough. Like
it is.
you top dog in high school and then when you get to college, it's like, dang, she's good. She's good. It's not like just one person. So how was that transition like having to just compete every day?
I mean, it's like you touched on it. Like you said everything. Like I mean, honestly, it's just like it depends on what type of person you are. It's either you run from it or you just go at it. So it's like I'm not the type of person that run from it. So I'll be like, this person good. Like okay, I push her, she push me. So you tell me what I need to work on, I tell you what you need wrong. We can help each other out. So it's like
Right.
it is what it is. I mean, we push each other every day. So it's like I know they're good. Like everybody is good. Like I'm good from my high school. They're the best at their high school. So it's like we gotta go at it. So
Right.
it's only gonna get better from here. Like it's like no running from it. It's only gonna get better. It's gonna get me better as a person and them too. So I mean, I think good.
Yeah.
It's absolutely good and great. Like it pushes you and helps you a lot with your game.
Right.
So and you can learn something from it. Take their skills and make yourself better.
Right. Because you don't want to be around people like you always want to be around people that are better than you. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
you won't get better at the end of the day. So it's
yeah,
just
that's just like yeah, that was just like racing. Like if I'm out in front and like I don't have nothing pushing me like to like wanna like be better than this person. So it's good. It's great. Like honestly, it's great.
well, you went to your freshman year, you got all ACC freshman team, ACC freshman of the week, all ACC, all academics. It wasn't that bad for you. Your freshman year, it couldn't have been that tough.
Yeah. You know, it look good on
Not.
the outside. It look good on the outside, but they don't know what's going on the inside.
Mhm. So what was that freshman year like for you?
I mean, freshman year was all smiles. I mean, you know, honestly, I didn't think I would start, but you know, it was people putting stuff in my head talking about like, do you want to start? I mean, like me, honestly, I just came here like just want to get my name out there and just I want to play. Like I just want to get on the court.
Mhm.
But I didn't think I would actually start. So like when people was putting that in my head, like I was like, okay, maybe I do got the ability to start. Like I just started getting back to my head. Like I wrote it down to myself, like you're gonna start
Yeah.
or whatever. So like, I just started like we just had the topic we just touched on, like it was people better than me. And I was like, okay, this person, I gotta go after this person. No hard feelings, but I have to go after you. Like what happens on the court is on the court. But it was just like I knew that well, honestly, my training coach, Coach Green, he told me like you have the ability to start. And it's like once you tell me something, I like not just him, but Coach Mike, Coach JR, those my high school coaches. Like once they tell me something, it's like I just know
Mhm.
I know I could do it. Like if they say something like because they know everything with me, like from they grew up with me since I was legit. So it's like when they tell me something, like I know I could go after it and do it. So that's all I needed. And I just started working. Then Fitz was my recruiting coach. We just made sure that we got a schedule, what we need to do, and we just started working on it and started getting better. Like, and as a freshman, shoot, nobody really knows your game, so they can't pull up. You really
Mhm.
can't pull up no high school film. So it's like, hey, I might as well get my name out there. Y'all don't know my game. Like at the end of the day, my goal on the court was like. My goal before I touch the court is like, okay, you gotta let people say, okay, who is this girl? Like, who
Right.
is this? Where she come from or whatever. And it was like I had some on my mind too, because it was like it was some of the teams that was recruiting me, but they backed off. So I had some pressure on my chest, like, okay,
Right.
like you backed up off me, and I'm gonna show you why you should have never backed up off me.
Dang, make me want to go play right now. You make me want to go play on the field right now. But that's real. So, as a freshman, did you like were you nervous like
Every
starting
game,
once you saw
I
that? Like what was that
absolutely.
like?
I mean, my first game I started was in Bahamas, so like we played Washington State. And
Mhm.
it's like I was doing good. But then I guess I did something that just made them wanna, okay, we need to get Leah and start on them. And I was looking like, they give us film. So I was looking at like, okay, why did they put me in the starting lineup? So I just started like looking at, okay, so what if they said like I looked at film and like, okay, this what they put me in the starting like. So I know that I need to keep that up.
Right.
So basically, it was the way like I just defended people. So everybody knows that my defense carries on the offense. So like they needed me to defend this person and like not even just defend this person when I get the ball. It's just like I'm just already gone, like
Right.
just fired. Just without the ball, I was always moving. So like I just took heed to that and just kept rolling with it. So that first game with Indiana, I mean, that was a good game. And we only lost by two to and it was a top ranked team.
Mhm.
And I didn't know nothing about rankings, but I just know that somebody was in front of us and we just had to go get it. So it was this point guard I had to guard, and they just said, Jaleel, you know what to do. Like, make her nervous. They don't win this game without their point guard. Don't let her be the coach on the floor. Like, make her give up the ball. Like, make her not want to dribble up the floor. And that's what I did. I did the best way I can, but they ended up winning by two. I mean, we had a chance to win the game winner. Kessie missed it, but it was all good. I mean, it was a loss, but I still had something to be happy about.
Right. For sure. That's cool. That's cool. So after your freshman year, you got used to it, you got used to everything, and you're good in the classroom. So how is balancing school and basketball for you?
Um, it's been all right. I mean, it's been like tough too because like as a freshman, you don't know, you just gotta pick classes, but you gotta like how should I say this? Like with the time and stuff,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
how you want to get your rest in and then
Yeah.
how you got practice at from like 12 to 3 or something like okay now like how you want your class. Do you want them in the morning or do you want them in the afternoon depending on how you feel after workout? So like it's like from my freshman year and from this year now I was learning from it. See like now I have like prepared myself like they told me stay away from the 8 o'clock classes. I don't have no 8 o'clock. I just stick with the nines. Like I feel better waking up at 9 and going to the 9:30 class. So I just prepared like this year, like I've been resting, I've been easy, like it's been easy because I've learned from that freshman year with picking the times and like what I want to do and how I'm going to set my off season schedule. So it's like, it's been tough, but it's like, I got through it because like, even with spring, you know, the March Madness jump,
Yeah.
you got, if you keep winning, you're not going to be here. So it's like, you got to catch up on working. Like, it's like picking teachers too. Like, they got to rank my teachers. So it's like, I didn't know about all that stuff freshman year. And with sophomore year, it's like, okay, now I just made it easier and then
Right.
more calm and I could get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, because like the practice, like you got a
Yeah.
practice block, because the practice block be like 5 hours. So then that's
Yeah.
like classes all done right there. And
Mhm.
then you gotta go choose after your practice, and then you got rest, recovery. It's just
It's
go.
a lot.
It's always on
And
go.
then, yeah, your body get tired and sore. So like freshman year, I was like, I was cool. Like, I didn't really stretch like that. But then now, as you get older and y'all get more playing time and stuff, I'm like, okay, I need to start stretching. It was like, when you get, they told me, Kelsey and Destiny, them told me, they was like, when you get older, you go start stretching. I was like, no, I'm not. Hey, I guess now I am. I'm stretching. I'm doing a lot of stuff, a lot of rehab. I'm getting up.
Yep, yep. So other than doing all that, what do you like doing like outside of basketball, school, all that? Like, what's your go-to thing to just chill and do?
Okay. If it's okay with school, I mean, sometimes me, Jazz, and Shaden, we just go on the bridge because like the bridge is like a lot of people walk by and we just try to do some work. But majority of the time, you don't get a lot of stuff done. You just want to get outside your room. But
Right.
other than this, like other than me just with basketball and stuff, I just be hanging with them. Like we just go for a drive or something, or go get something to eat, or like just hang, walk and talk, just have a conversation, something normal, like, or like we make outside friends, so we'll just hang with them too and just have a conversation. I mean, other than that, probably I'll go, if it's a party, we'll go to a party, but
Yeah.
other than that, we just chilling. Or if they know now, but now, if now, like right now, my sister just had a baby, so like if I'm really not doing nothing, I'll just go home and see my niece.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, how's your mental been like throughout college? Like, has it been challenged? Like, is it positive? Like, what is that like?
It's mentally is been challenged.
Mm-hmm.
It's been challenged. It's a like so I look from my freshman year and then my sophomore year, it's like it didn't work out how I wanted to. So like freshman year was everything, but sophomore year it didn't work out how I wanted to. And it was like I was blaming a lot of outside stuff because basketball wasn't going my way. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what mentally hit me. And it was like it will get to me and I know it would, but I'll try not to show it. But I'm learning from it now because you only have like it's moving fast. Like it feel like I was just a freshman yesterday. So it's like now I'm a junior. Now I have to be a leader with Destiny and Lola them leaving. Like a lot of seniors leaving. It's just like this team is young now,
Yeah.
and we have juniors as like we have to step up. Somebody has to step up, and I feel like it's me. So it's like I have no time for being down or being mental or just focus on other stuff. Like I have to be there for my teammates. So it's like I'm learning from it and I'm learning from it now because I don't want to wait too late.
Mm-hmm. So, you're going to be a leader. You're going to continue to be a leader. So you're going to have that role. So what are you going to do as a leader on your team to just like keep going after this year and just keep doing good things?
I mean, honestly, I think I'm just gonna. I want to say I'm gonna like as a teammate. If I'm talking to one of my teammates, I want to tell them like we all had that conversation to where okay, once we lost and like we took a setback from basketball on like a week or probably two. And it's like once we saw each other, we kept telling ourselves like, y'all, like we want to be there, like that's supposed to be us. And it was like, because we beat ourselves. That's what we always tell each other. Like we beat ourselves. So it's like we already have conversations about it. So I just be telling them like, y'all, like let's just like make a video of yourself now, like so you could just come back and look at it and be like so it can motivate you, like because we tell each other like y'all, we gotta be there. Like we gotta like I always tell them like y'all gotta be on me because they know like I have an attitude sometimes, and when I have attitude, nobody can really stop it. Or I just walk away from it. But they know I have attitude, and some of their attitudes are worse than mine. But it's like I told them like y'all gotta help me out, and I'm gonna help you out. Like I'm gonna be on you. Like this mindset we have now, we go keep it. Like we go use it to motivate us and keep going. And it's like y'all gotta keep me up too. Cause at the end of the day, we play with each other on the court, and the better we are together, the better we are with the ball.
Yeah.
So it's just a mindset, and it's like we already have talks about it. So it's like we keep each other up. Like that's probably why a lot of people want to come here and like they see the connection between us. Like they always give our coach credit. Like your team is really connected. Like they're real well together. And it's like you could see it on the court, and it's like off the court they don't see like it's a lot of ups and downs, but it's like it's all worth it.
Yeah. Y'all definitely like when you play together, you just look like a family. Like it's not y'all found like it's just something that it looks different. There's a chemistry. So I seen that. So you guys like it's just off the field, I mean off the court, on the court, like it's all just y'all are always together. That's how it is.
No cap, we are like we're never alone. Like if you see me, you'll probably see me with one of them. It's like I'm never alone.
That's good. That's good because y'all play with each other all the time, so it kind of has to just be like that. But so going into your sophomore season, what was your mentality? Like, what were your goals, personal, as a team?
Honestly, my goals was to like stay consistent and get mentioned for like it's crazy because Fitz asked me that and we try to write it down. And it's like once the season started, I haven't like really looked back at him. Like that's how I know something was wrong. So it's like I don't know. I didn't meet my goals how I wanted to. So but my goal was to like be named something again, like be named for something. Like I was named all freshman team. Because he was telling me that one of the players on our team was like the last time they got mentioned was all freshman team and they haven't get mentioned since. And I said, I don't want to be like that. So it was like I look back at that. So but that was one of my goals. And then another goal was to like, you know, at least up my score. Up my score to like double digits a game. I mean, it started off good, but it got a little rough. Because I was in my head a lot. I was blaming other people for my mistakes. But I didn't meet my goals, honestly. But I'm gonna have new goals, and I think from sophomore year and freshman year is like it prepared me to what's about to come next.
Well, you know, y'all made it to the Elite Eight, and that was a good run. So how did you feel after that?
I mean, I felt great, but I give all the credit to Jasmine Roberts, my teammate. Like Jazz is like Jazz is a good friend on and off the court. I mean, it was just like after we won that Indiana game, we was just like me, Shay, and Jazz right around each other, like, oh my god, y'all, like, do y'all see this? Like, we made it to we're going to the Elite Eight as like sophomores, like, oh my god, like this is crazy, like it's pictures with me with my mouth wide open. So I'm like, oh my god, like I can't believe this. Now, if you ask me to be real, if I'm being real, I didn't think we was gonna make it that far. I had us going far, but I didn't think it was that far. But as it like we kept like as the momentum of the game kept going, I was like, okay. Now I hadn't started believing, like, okay, y'all, we might just win this whole thing. Like we're beating tough teams, like we're that team. And like March, like we really got the feeling of it, and like we really got the touch of the ball during all that, like with the top teams and this top player, like in the crowds, in the atmosphere, like we got a feeling of that. And it's like you want that feeling back. And you want to go out there, you just want to elevate from it. So it was actually good because my freshman year we had to play South Carolina. So it's like once we lost that round, it was like now that sophomore year I made it to Elite Eight. It's like I can't go backwards. I gotta go forward. I can't keep going 3 steps down. I gotta take a step forward and take my time with it. So it's like that's just the mindset I want to have.
That's real. So going from that and just talking about how you've done great things in your career, you have put Broward on the map, you put Pompano
Yep.
everywhere on the map. So really though. So why is it so important to keep doing that?
Because I have kids down there looking up to me. You know, I still like, you know, it's people that come up and just forget where they're from. Like, forget the kids that look up to you. And it's like, I'm not that type of person. Like, that's even like if I make it, I'm taking all my friends with me. I'm not that type of person. I still text my friend. I still request to all my friends. Like, I'm not that bougie person. I'm gonna be real with you. It's like you've been real with me since day one. But it's like it's kids that look up to me. You know, I go home, they be like, "Oh, I see you on Miami, I see you on TV, like Lil," or they'll just ask me like, "How did you do this?" or like how, like especially with coming where we're coming from, it's like I just know that now that I put them on the map, it's just like I have to keep going for them. Like I see they watching me, and like I have this little quote on my phone that it become when you become lazy, it's disrespectful to the ones who believe in you. And I take that quote and I just look at them back at home.
Mm-hmm. That's real.
Yeah,
That's a good quote.
yeah, I got it on my phone. I got it on my
I'm gonna need that.
touch.
But so you have any advice, anything for anyone that's listening and looking up to you?
Yeah, especially to all the kids at home. Like, I'm here for you guys. Like, I know it get hard, but it's like you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep believing. Especially when somebody say you can't do it. Like, just keep pushing. If you believe you can do it, like it can be done. Trust me. And 100%, 110% of the time is going to be done. Especially if you believe in it. And it starts with you. It don't start with nobody else. The ball is in your hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for being on this episode.
Thank you.
I
It was
appreciate it.
actually a nice conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was from Broward.
Yeah, I'm from Broward. I went
Oh,
to St. Thomas from Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. I was still rooting for y'all, but I wanted St. Thomas to win because that's my school. But it's okay.
no, but they beat us the last game.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But hey, I got my ring first, so I
You
don't care.
you did
I
get
got my
your
ring.
ring. We
I
both
got
got
my
our ring, so it's fine. It's okay.
yeah, it's fine, but I got my first. It's okay.
Whatever. Anyway, but nah, thank you. I really, really appreciate it for being on this episode. And make sure y'all go follow her on all her platforms, stay up to date with her and what she's doing, and follow the course on all our platforms, and watch our next episode coming next Monday, and like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it. You have any final words for them?
Okay.
We'll catch y'all next week. Bye.